This is a normal lock, and these are lock picks. And this is me, confused and trying to figure out how to pick a lock using lock picks. So today I'm going to tell you how I learned lock picking. And to be honest, it was not that hard. But before diving into the learning process, let me quickly tell you how lock works. So this is a normal lock, and inside this lock there is a barrel, as you can see, and inside that barrel there are small pins, and above those small pins there is another set of pins here, and between those two pins there is a tiny gap. So essentially when you insert the key inside the lock, what you're doing is you're aligning all the disaligned pins, and the gap between the two pins is now at the edge of the barrel. So when you turn it, it opens and you can see the pins inside the barrel. So that's how a lock works. So when you are using a lock pick to pick a lock, what you are doing is that you are just applying tension here so that the pins don't fall into place, and then you work your way one pin at a time. Hopefully I can get this. You just lift one pin at a time and you hope that they fall right into place so that you can pick the lock. But here, as you can see, I struggled quite a bit to show you how to pick a lock, but in the end I finally managed to do it. And that's how a lockpick works. So now that you know how a lock works and how a lockpick works, we can actually get into the learning process and how I learned it. So let's start from the start. In the beginning, I used a lockpick which had this triangle shaped tip, and I tried to pick the lock as best as I can, but it didn't work out very well. And at this point in time, I literally had no idea what I was doing. I think you can see it clearly on my face. But I was not going to give up, so I kept trying again and again, but I kept failing again and again. Actually, I should have picked the lock a bit more intelligently, one pin at a time, but like a moron, I was just hitting all the pins randomly. But then I decided to change the lockpick I was using, and I settled for this one, with random peaks everywhere. The whole point of this pick is, well, to be random. And that's what I was trying to achieve. Just hit the pins randomly, and I was hoping that it would somehow work out. But I had a skill issue, so of course it didn't work out for me. So I changed picks again, and now I was using this one. And this time I decided to proceed a bit more methodically, one pin at a time. And clearly, going slow and proceeding methodically, one pin at a time, was the key, like literally, because this time I actually managed to pick the lock. Finally. Actually, it was easier than I expected. Yeah, it's quite simple. You just have to get the pins aligned and then you get it like every time. So now I'll try to do it with a timer. I want to see how much time it takes me to pick the lock. So let's hope it goes well. So in 3, 2, 1. It took me 26 seconds, so that's a really decent time in my opinion. But I have an idea. I think it will be a better time if I try it with another lockpick. So you see this one only has one, what do you call this? One point kind of thing. But there is another one. There is this one. And this has multiple ones. So if I do it properly, it should just randomly push the pins here and there, and they should technically and hopefully fall into place. So let's try with this one. 3, 2, 1, start. So I did multiple attempts and succeeded many times, but it wasn't my desired time until this attempt. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 9 seconds, and I think it's even less, but we'll count that it's 9. And I picked a lock in under 10 seconds. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, it's a really fun skill to learn, and this video was just for entertainment purposes and educational purposes, so please don't try and break into someone else's house with this. And it's just a fun skill to learn. I recommend you to try it. It's quite fun just to pass some time and you learn a new skill. So that's all I wanted to say. This is me, Adi, signing off. Bye bye.